Welcome back. You're watching HFO-TV. HFO-TV is co-sponsored by the construction, repair, and restoration firm J.R. Johnson, the real estate law firm Baljanik LLP, the tax deferral accommodator Butler Exchange Group, the mortgage banking firm Gantry Incorporated, and forensic building consultants providing building structural science services.
Welcome back to HFO TV. I'm Greg Frick, partner at HFO Investment Real Estate. And today we have Stephen Wendt with us, one of our brokers at HFO. How are you? Thanks for taking the time to come speak with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
We know it's been a rough 18 months for a lot of, everybody really in dealing with this pandemic. Let's talk a little bit about, tenants, landlords. How have you adjusted, your approach in dealing with, our clients, multifamily owners, with what's been going on in the last 18 months?
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of our conversations, or my conversations with clients, have really transitioned to more estate planning and their legacy plan for further their property, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years down the road. Before, post, or pre-pandemic, there was a lot of transaction-based conversations, whether that's the 6 month or the year vision down the line. And so a lot of our usual clients that I've been working with, those are the same people that felt pain from the 2008 recession as well as post-pandemic. So
Right.
they, I feel like it's kind of a flashback there to 2008 for them. So kind of rewinding there and trying to look back and also prepare for the future, whether that's, again, 5, 10, 15 years down the line. So kind of taking a little zoom, a little step back, and trying to evaluate their property as a whole and really their goals long term, not just
More of a
short-term.
consulting kind of role as opposed to just a transactional relationship as to, getting into what is the best mix or what's the best, feel or plan or, roadmap for you to go into.
Absolutely. So really kind of zooming out and saying, what do you want this property to accomplish for you long term, not just the cash flow for this property for this year.
And what have been some of the biggest concerns of, the owners in this market that you've seen?
The biggest concern, especially working in the Portland metro market, is been the collections and some of the delinquency issues that have come along with COVID and the pandemic. So my biggest tip for owners that I've been trying to push for them and suggest for them to do is to really keep a clear line of communication open between them and their management company, or if they self-manage, between them and the tenants themselves. Because we've seen our clients that have done the best with collections have really kept that open line of communication. So that's been the biggest thing and our biggest tip that I've been trying to give owners, and that's a problem that we still deal with a lot right now.
And then I know there's been a lot of legislation talk or, things that have been put in place within state of Oregon, Portland specific. I mean, how are you, it's been in the news, it's been out there. I mean, how are your clients digesting that? Is it, how do you kind of advise them on looking at that?
Yeah, there's obviously some pain. How I've been advising it is with the politics and the pandemic and everything right now in the city of Portland. Obviously, Portland's got a little bit of a black eye, especially on the national media
Right.
and everything.
Right.
What, again, that I've been stressing is to trying to take a step back and look at it as a 5 to 10 year to 20 year plan, not just the immediate 6 to 8 months or to a year down the line. Because we've still seen Portland, population is increasing, apartment inventory on the horizon has been decreasing. So Portland as a whole, still a very attractive investment along the West Coast. And we've seen that evidenced by larger companies such as like Fowler Acquisitions coming in and aggressively hunting deals here in the Portland area. So again, there's obviously going to be some pain and some trouble there short term, but really it's taking the step back and looking long term to see how we like Portland as a market for the next 5 to 10 years.
So then as you're dealing with clients, you're seeing, even with the, what do we say, black eye of Portland or, just kind of what you're seeing in the news, that really hasn't stemmed the demand to come in here as long as it's a, realistic approach as to, what is your ownership horizon, what are the goals coming in?
Absolutely. I think that's something that it's really trying to take a roadmap for what they want to do and what they want to accomplish with their property, and if Portland still fits into that plan for them. A lot of times I think it will. Again, obviously there's definitely some pain, whether it's the eviction moratorium or
Right.
what you see on the news with the protests, whatever it may be. There's going to be some pain and a little bit of negative stigma there. But again, it's the longer term, what can this property do for you and how can it fit into your goals? So, Portland as a whole, I still feel very confident and comfortable in the market. And really, it's just communicating with that, with each and every client and seeing how we can take a roadmap for them and their property and help them reach their goals.
Perfect. Well, thank you for taking the time to kind of share your insight on the market. I mean, it's good to hear. We've kind of modeled HFO as kind of being kind of a consultant, kind of a long-term approach. It's it's not a one deal and done. It's we want to be part of the conversation throughout the the ownership as to whatever direction it may go, the kids with the family, however that works out. So I think that's been a success and why our market share has grown.
Absolutely. No, that's been the biggest part. Is it's not just on day one when you get the keys, and it's not just the last day when you give the keys up. Here at HFO, we want to be there for the whole entire ownership of the property and making sure that everything's running as smoothly as we really can for you.
Well, great. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us on HFO-TV, and we'll see you next time.
I appreciate it, Greg. Thank you.
See you again on HFO. Thank you.
Our entire office specializes in multifamily real estate, making HFO the largest multifamily brokerage in the Pacific Northwest. Your success is our passion. Build your legacy with HFO. Call 503-241-5541 or visit our website at hfore.com for more information.